Hello friends, hello flight simmers, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Sim and welcome to a beautiful summer day here in the UK. It is rainy in Liverpool where we are sitting right now, and we are getting ourselves and our passengers to a sunny place, and that's gonna be Corfu, and we are doing so in the Jet2 737-800, which is yeah, it's a bunch of new stuff here for myself as well. So first of all, Jet2 is an airline which I've actually never before flown on the channel. It is quite sizable at the moment. I feel like, at least when I look on Flight Radar, there's a lot of flights going on. But of course, it's also holiday season, and the British people are looking forward to get to sunny places, and that's what this airline is doing most of the time. So we are flying to Corfu, which in itself is a very cool airport, very fancy approach as well. Much looking forward to landing there later on. However, this time it will actually be a nighttime arrival into Corfu, which I also did not do before myself as well. We had once a flight to Corfu with a I think it was Eurowings A320, if I'm not mistaken. And that was a pretty cool flight, but now we're trying it in the 737 and also doing nighttime into Corfu, and that's going to be interesting, but I think still very beautiful and scenic as well. Also, it has been a long time since I've been flying the 737-800 or any of these 737 family in Microsoft Flight Sim, and I feel like this aircraft for the time being gets very little attention, and that's mainly for the reason it's not yet compatible with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and I feel like people hardly fly it in the old sim these days. So yeah, but still it's an amazingly good aircraft, right? So I am very much looking forward to take this, yeah, rather beautiful bird, I have to say, into the air. We are on VATSIM as well, also something which I haven't done in a long time, but today I really felt the urge to be on the network, so I looked at the map for UK and looked up which airport had ATC, and Liverpool was one of them. So that's why we are doing this beautiful flight. Right, now it also stopped raining for at least a brief moment. Oh, look into this direction. That's a whole lot of rain over there. Well, what else? I think let's keep the introduction as short as that. And while people are getting on the Boeing, we shall set up. We have a Lufthansa A320 back there, also on the network. And yeah, guys, let's get to it. Right, here we are. Good old 737 flight deck. Oh, look at this. That's even the... and I'm surely getting it wrong, but is it the Collins MCP then? I think it should be. I think it's the older version. That's quite cool. I haven't looked up about this specific registry, how old it is. We can do that in just a minute. First of all, since it's gonna take some time, let's get the IRSs aligned. This is looking good. Emergency lights, of course, coming on. Let's do it in order. We are on ground power. That's okay. Seat belts can come on already. Fuel is in the aircraft already. This stays off. Cruise altitude will set in a minute. This is steady. Auto open. We are not on air conditioning. It is quite warm. Holy cow, we don't have external air connected, so I do need to switch on the APU to get some air in here. Not sure if they would even get air conditioning here on the remote stands in Liverpool, so let's switch it on and then we can get APU bleed and some air conditioning going as well. It is 18 degrees, but still in the cabin it gets very hot apparently. Right, let's come down here then. We have, yeah, GSX is boarding, however, this bird is still not fully integrated into GSX, according to my knowledge at least. So let's have a look. We have 12.6 tons loaded, and that's enough to get us to Corfu, which will be a flight time of 3 hours and 5 minutes today, taking 8.3 tons of fuel to get there. And alternate it's going to be Athens, which is another 48 minutes away, so we have plenty of fuel, and it even comes up to 60% capacity. That's quite a bit. Payload then. Oh, it is doing it magically. Nice. 180. Oh, it's doing the cargo. Oh, that's so cool to see. Is it actually updating at load level 97.9? I have indeed fully loaded it today. 184 passengers, giving 0 fuel at 62.3 out of a maximum 62.7. So we are all in all fairly heavy. We're just 5 tons shy of max takeoff weight today. That's pretty cool. Right, pause in it then.
Passengers boarding starting.
GPS position. Route. Request. Sim brief. I think we are loaded up, but let's... 12.5. I've actually loaded a bit more fuel, which I like to keep. And then payload is set as well, so we can just select it. Request. And now I'm just... Oh no! Oh, how unlucky! I'm just looking at bad classes. They're offline. Ah, I really... I was so much looking forward to being on the network today. Ah, that's a pity, man. Anyhow, let's stay on the network. We have everything filed as well, so... Maybe we are lucky and we will have some ATC later on. Into Corfu, that would be cool as well. But I was brutally unlucky now. Maybe I should have gone for a event or something.
Hello.
Okay, route is loading in. And then I need to check the weather. Can we do it in here? I think we can. EFB departure. Meter 120 at 9, so that's going to be a 09 departure. Very low QNH as well. 80 degrees, okay. That's the routing. Departure, runway 09, and that's gonna be the Nanti, and there's only the 2 Victor.
Hello.
Looking as such.
Hello.
So out of runway 09, we climb out, no turns below 590, and we are not turned before 1 mile DME from the localizer.
Liverpool traffic, Lufthansa 24 Delta, band 3, pushing back
off to Nanti, altitude constraints, but I believe we can climb through those once there's no traffic ahead of us. Alright. For the arrival, I will dial the, I think it's the RNP 34, and the arrival is the Tikra, whatever it's called. Oh, there's a lot. What do we have? Tikra to Papa. I will make sure to double check everything and also debrief it in much more detail later on BLX transition. Let's go with this right now. Alright, perf. 62.3 reserves. Can we also? We should have it on here as well, right? Aha. Final reserves and alternate 3.4. Cost index, I think I've set 15 for today. Yes, I did. Cruise altitude initially 330. Execute, then we can load the wind data. Oh, I forgot the air conditioning now.
Liverpool traffic, Lufthansa 24 Delta, taxiing via Uniform Alpha and Charlie, holding point runway 09 at Liverpool.
It's dropping quite fast. Lufthansa's on the move. Right. Wind loading. Did that work? Ah, it's because the IRS is not yet aligned. That's why we don't see any figures. Let's see. 3 minutes still to go. Now just jump to 2, I believe. Yeah. In the meantime then, let's dial a runway heading, which is 086. Speeds coming later on, and then initial altitude, well, since there is no ATC now, let's make it easy and go to flight level 330 straight away. Like that. Okay. All looking good. So we might hit another rain shower after departure. Very much looks like it. And what else? We can go transponder 1000 maybe. And then we will calculate departure, of course. Which is going to be 09758722. It's not a long runway. Wet conditions. Optimum, anti-ice off, weight. What was takeoff weight?
Liverpool traffic, Lufthansa 2 for Delta departing 109. Liverpool.
74.9. Center of gravity. 18.4. A little bit of cheating there. Aircon on, import weather 128, 18, and that's 998. Takeoff not allowed. Planned weight exceed allowed of 71.7. Why 71.7 then? Alright, so that's quite something. That is quite something that, It's a seriously short runway. We cannot even get anything. Wow, look at this. That's a toga departure even on trial conditions. Oh, can't believe we are so much limited in wet conditions. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty realistic setup I have done here. I will check sim brief calculator just to get a comparison, and then we will decide. And that is very interesting. So even in sim brief, I do get the same, or I also get not allowable. It's a bit better. So in sim brief, I have max weight allowed 73,515, which is a little bit higher compared to this one, but I still do get a limitation here, and that is brutally interesting. I did not expect this to happen, by no means at all. So seems like they actually have to manage the payload capacity a little bit out of this airport. But what we can do right now is we can actually go try out there. So when we get to the runway and it's raining, we might need to do a bit of fine-tuning. Now when I go try, even SimBrief gives me a solution provided with bleeds off. Very interesting. Then we have to do an APU departure. Let's do this, man. I've not done this before on the 737. I think. I hope I don't have to look at anything specific. Look at this, flap 15. Man, what's happening here? I did not expect that we are matching, or yeah, sort of maxing out the capabilities of this aircraft. Wait, where's my performance? So that's takeoff 26. Yeah. 18.4, and that's gonna be 142, 144, 151. That's gonna be fun, guys. That's gonna be fun indeed. Enough VNAV, auto thrust. Right then. Where do we start? Let's close up everything, then we'll do checklists. Door management, close all. I will go on to APU generator power. And then we do we have a parking brake? Needs to come on, obviously. Doors are all closed. Ground connections. Remove chocks, and this should remove everything if it's working. Yes, it is. Alright then, pre-flight checklist, oxygen, let's call it test. Navigation, transfer and display switches are normal and auto. Window heats coming on. Pressurization mode selector is auto, this needs to go 330 as well. Flight instruments, heading 357 showing around 80 feet. That seems to be good. Parking brakes on, engine start levers cut off. Good stuff.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Bypass pin inserted. So let's go hydraulics. And before start checks, flight deck door closed and locked. Fuel. We have pumps on, and we have 12, 13. How much fuel is in here? I don't even know. 12.5. Bit more than that. Passenger signs on. Windows locked. MCP set B2 151 heading 86. Altitude 330. CD preflight is completed. Rudder and alien trim 3 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing is sort of completed. Anti-collision lights are on. Check is completed. Right. Tail is coming right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Is there any traffic now?
All engines are clear. Start at will.
Ah, but it is a beautiful aircraft. Guys, I'm flashed, like honestly. Seems like they have to, or they cannot fully book this aircraft on this flight, and I think they are even operating longer flights out of Liverpool as well. And I mean, you can always get the chance of some rain, right? And then you are limited in terms of takeoff performance, and you have to like sort of off-board some people. I think that's crazy to think about, but it seems to be pretty realistic given that I got the same. Oh, let's check something. Given that I got the same takeoff limitations from both the sim brief and also the EFB calculator. That's better. Alright guys, let's fire up then. Packs off. Ignition, let's go left. And ground. So by the way, call sign for today is Chenex 93 Whiskey, which I also found rather cool because I was unaware that Jet2 is operating under the Chenex call sign. But it's from back in the 80s, I think it was, when they still operated as Channel Express Airlines. That was quite interesting to see. How do I... Oh, there. Just want to update the position. Instruments are a little bit dark. Starter cut out. Same for number 2. I don't have it. Do I have a wing view saved? No, I don't.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Engine right.
Left is clear.
Typically do all this stuff. Oh, that's forward wing. That's even cooler on the left. Let's take this one. It's typically something I do off camera in a way, but here we go. Getting my seating position right. Something is giving me sounds. It's rather disturbing. She's waving goodbye. Actually, I want to have something in the engine inlet. It's hard to see. Something like this, or should we take this one? Well, let's go with this one. Right. Start a cutout. Generators. Uno y dos. APU off. Propede on. Yaw damper on. This comes to auto, auto, auto off. And then we go continuous, continuous. I think this comes back to both if I'm not mistaken. And then we go RTO. We set flap 15. So 5, 10, 15. Not sure if I've ever done a flap 15 departure in the 7.3. Trim we need to set as well. 5.27. Ooh, that was the wrong one now. That is set. We do flight control check. Full left, full right, full up, full down, rudder, full left, full right. That looks good. Before taxi check, the generators are on, propede is on, anti-ice is off, isolation valve auto, engine start switch is continuous, recall is checked, auto brake RTO, engine start lever is idle, flight controls are checked, ground equipment is clear. Let's go. Alright, short taxi only, we're getting there, so TARA. Traffic and traffic. Check the weather, not sure if this is showing anything. Oh, it is. Yeah, so technically, I'd actually say this still looks very wet, so we are cheating in a way here today. But still, it's, I don't know if any of you guys have any further knowledge into how they typically operate out of Liverpool. It would be very, very interesting to know. Right. Fixed lights, strobes. Before takeoff checklist, flaps are set position 15 and stabilizer trim is set 5.2 units approximately. Let's rock and roll. Full power takeoff out of Liverpool. That's gonna be cool. Let's get full runway. Laps time, and we will start the clock over here. And let's go. Take off. N1 Toga. That's full power. That's pretty cool. 21, rotate.
E2.
Oh, let's get airborne. There we go. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Oh, that's not working because it's cycling. Okay, now it looks good. Nice. And performance always is good in the 7.3, right? So even in a heavy 7.3, climb performance always quite easy. Let's accelerate, get a quick outside. Oops. Nice. Now let's retract the flaps, they're really slowing us down quite a bit. Flaps 10, flaps 5. And let's go Command A. This comes off. This comes off. Those guys come off, those guys come off. Flaps 1. Oh, that does not look good. And flaps up. Good. Alright, now how do we sort out the routing? With Nanti. That's actually messed up flight plan. It did not. Oh, we have constraints. That's okay. Enough speed. Do we have more constraints? I don't think we do. No. Yeah, that's a bit messed up, but we can go directly Listo. That should work out. Yeah, it's warm, 20 degrees total air temperature, so no need for anti-ice or anything like that. Now we are climbing, beautiful performance, pushing through the clouds. Very nice stuff. Very nice stuff indeed. After takeoff checklist, engine bleeds are. Oh, I'm just noticing. I have messed up the departure config, right? I turned off the APU that we actually planned with an APU on departure. To have the packs on the APU, I completely messed that up. Holy cow, that's not good. But so, right now we have packs on auto. Landing gear is up and off and flaps are up, no lights. Check is completed. Also another question I'm sure many of you actually know. So in the Airbus we can simply turn the packs off for departure if we need to. In the 7.3 I think turning packs off is not really a thing, right? So you rather go packs on but with APU bleed and you turn the engine bleeds off, I believe, right? Is that the correct way to do it? Or do you just simply switch off the packs and that's it? Question to you guys. Alright, looking beautiful with the clouds. Approaching 10,000 already. Alright folks, we are on our way to Corfu, hopefully expecting better weather down there. And yeah, that was a cool departure. More challenging than I thought, but very fun indeed. Alright guys, enjoy the cruise. I will catch you later. Greetings and welcome back from the flight deck. As you have seen, and as you're seeing right now, it is getting dark, although we just had a little bit of sunlight over there, just flying along the Italian coastline, which is just seeable back there. It's pretty cool. You can see we have some speed brakes out. I've just dialed our way direct to BDX, and now we need to make up for a bit of altitude difference, but that will be fine eventually. Yeah, so we are approaching Corfu. Let me quickly take you through the charts. So we are flying the Ticra to Juliet, and what I've now done, I've just dialed direct BDX, which is the initial approach fix, and then we will be flying the RNP for runway 34, and from BDX we will just follow the flight plan or the path, and then we will hit Kilo Romeo 601, 2900 max 185 knots, and from there we are on the fine RMP approach, but it will not lead us straight onto the runway. So what we typically do is we establish ourselves on the fine approach course, and once we have good visibility on the runway, we'll take it manual and do a little bit of a swing to the left to align ourselves with the runway. And then once down there, runway 34, we are coming into land. It's going to be super scenic. Not sure how it will look at night, but I think it's still going to be super scenic. And then we will essentially take all the runway, go all the way to Alpha 2 or potentially even Alpha 3, but I think Alpha 2 will be good enough, and swing on to the apron. So that's the plan. We have ATC online, at least to some extent. We have the ground online, but this also gives us the ATIS, which for the moment is information Bravo, and it actually says there expect RMP approach runway 34. So that's what we have. Transition level is 6.5, and we have variable winds at 2 knots. Cavalcade temperature 30. QNH 1009. So that's it. Will actually be flap 40 this time, which we haven't done in a long time. And a strange thing once again, or not exactly strange, but 66.3 is the maximum landing weight for this aircraft. If I import aircraft, you can see we are slightly heavier than that, and it actually does not give me any landing data. Now I understand that this is sort of exceeds the limitations. However, I think it's not uncommon to have an overweight landing. It happens quite often, as far as I know, and I believe it should still give us some landing data, right? I mean, there's special considerations for a overweight landing, but it should be doable and it should give us some calculation. At least that's what I think, but let me know if I'm completely wrong here. And yeah, so now we are below 10,000. We'll soon call into the frequency. And yeah, look at this. It's Corfu. There's one aircraft ahead of us. We can nicely see it now during nighttime, which is good. Still 1,700 too high. That's okay. We can go local. And then we will make sure to descend down to, yeah, 4,000 it is for now, which is the altitude for BDX, minimum altitude. And yeah, can't wait for it. Should be a beautiful approach. Hopefully it's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna start the flight recorder as well. It's certainly gonna be one of the better replays, quite sure of that. And yeah. Should be fun, I think. Is the flight recorder starting? Yes, it is. Good stuff. Descent checklist I have completed earlier. Approach checklist altimeter set 1009, so that is checked as well. And I think I will make the first call at BDX just to know if there's any other aircraft scheduling for departure. They need to backtrack for runway 34, so that's quite important that they don't run into us. or we don't run into them. Corfu traffic, Chenex 93 Whiskey is passing BEDEX for the RNP into runway 34 Corfu traffic. Alright, now we are soon catching up to the altitude. Now let's see, we can... 2900 is the next constraint. So 143 plus 5 makes it 148 for the landing. It's quite fast for it, considering it's flap 40. Beautiful. Speed, I think I will go... let's go flap 1, quite early for that. But we have speed constraint 185 for this. I think I will go manual speed already. Use the speed brakes just for a touch longer to lose some more speed. And then from the turn it will be... Kilometer 601, it will be, how far is that? Like 10 miles to go? Yeah, approximately. Okay, let's go flap 5. Speed 180. I think we can now get rid of the speed brakes. Speed brakes are armed. Oh yeah, need to... I think that was vacated if I heard correctly. Alright, left-hand turn then. There's the runway, we can already see it. I wanted to check how far it's to go, 11 miles. Okay, so good on flap 5 for the time being. How far is it? Yeah, 10 miles. Corfu traffic, Chenex 93 Whiskey is turning final for runway 34, 10 miles out, Corfu traffic. Look at this, there's the runway, beautiful. We'll stay on LNAV VNAV, the go around altitude will be 4000. Now we can actually make a long stretch of manual flying. Let's set up on here, so this is all out of our way. The logo lights maybe. And then we can already get some manual flying. Let's go flap
2500.
10, flap 15, gear down. Yes, we're going to be very early with everything. We'll recircle the flight director since it's a non-precision approach. Altitude back to 4000 for the go round. Good stuff. And then we said 148 is gonna be... this one maybe needs...
Terrain. Caution, terrain.
Where's the terrain? Okay. Nice, okay. Terrain inhibit. We have the center line on the display, which is very handy. And then we go flap 30. A little bit low maybe. Our left-hand view should be rather nice. Wow, look at this, quite close. Let's go flaps 40 then. Alright. Auto thrust disengage. Now a little bit high, that's okay. Need to keep the speed up as well.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. Still a little bit slow. Takes a lot of thrust on flaps 40. Trim down just a little bit. Now it's hard to see now during nighttime, but on the right hand side there's the hotel, which is I think a very very good place for airplane spotting. Runway looks very dark. A little bit slow, correcting.
200.
Keep descending. Very dark runway.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Ooh. Pulled a little bit too much.
10.
It's hard to see this runway. There we are. Touchdown, reverse normal. And decel. Man, that was so hard to judge the distance or the height above the runway. Since there's no center lines, that was a little bit annoying. Alright guys, we have made it. We have made it to Corfu. Welcome everyone. We can take a right hand turn here on Alpha 2. Let's do a very quick clean up. Let's see if ground's still online. Yes it is. Over to ground. Let's see. Okay, Kira ground, good evening. GenX 93 Whiskey vacated Alpha 2.
GenX 93 Whiskey, taxi to stand number 8 via Alpha.
Stand number 8 via Alpha, GenX 93 Whiskey. Alright. Let's do exactly that. Short taxi, so let's get those guys on. 8 via Alpha, yes, that's just the first stand on the apron. Maybe I want a little bit of dome light. It's quite dark in here. Set up for stand number 8. Okay, here we are.
GenX 93 Whiskey, welcome to Corfu.
Thank you very much, GenX 93 Whiskey. Parking brake. APU generator 1 and 2. And then shutting down. Alright, APU bleed, this goes open. Fuel pumps, we'll leave one for the APU, hydraulics, beacons, seat belts, probe heat, window heat, and IRSs as well. And landing checklist, did we even call? Oh, did we even call for landing checklist? I think I forgot it, did I? Anyhow, shutdown checklist, and fuel pumps are off, probe heat is off, hydraulic panel is set, flaps are up, parking brake is set, engine start levers are cut off, and weather radar is off. Shutdown check is completed. Alright folks, here we are. Welcome to Corfu then once again. That was cool. I always love flying to Corfu. It's just, as I said, it was really hard to see the distance from the runway since there was no center line, which is somewhat disappointing. In general, I don't like the light of this airport, which is weird since it's actually FlyTampa scenery, which is actually high quality sceneries, but this one does not look too good. Anyhow, we've made a touchdown rate was actually quite nice, 87 feet per minute, but once again this shows that touchdown rate is not necessarily the best indicator for a good landing. I think during daytime we might even have seen that it was almost a long landing, at least it felt like it, because I pulled way too early. But yeah, that's it is what it is. Nevertheless, we've made it down successfully onto Corfu, and by the way, I checked during the flight about the airframe, and it's actually a 25-year-old airframe, so it's a pretty aged 737-800. And yeah, that was fun flying Jet 2 for the first time ever. Let me know what you guys think about the airline, if you like it, and all that good stuff. So thanks for tuning in as always, and yeah, happy to welcome you on the next flight as well. Until then, I wish you all a pleasant week, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.